Final 66 was the last one. Some of the boys were only about 1 or 2. Is that going to worry you today?
Oh, not really. I think basically our side is more experienced than the Traralgon side. Maybe not finals experience. You know, they might have, say, half a dozen players that have had a lot of finals experience, but when you look through the rest of their side, there's no finals experience there at all. They're a new...
Oh, there, David Allison is not in that Morwell side, but Peter Henderson is. The side is now with us. We thank Mr. Morgan. Let's have a look very quickly at the Morwell side.
From the backs is Jock McFarlane, Charlie Ware and Tony Smith. The halfbacks are Stanistreet, Petro and Kennedy. The centres, and here's the shock, Velcevic on a wing, Dixon in the centre and Welsh on the other wing. Henderson, another shock, of course, coming back from a hamstring. Lowe at centre half forward, and Dwyer also back from injury on the other half forward flank. Metcalf, Featherston and Kevin Smith, the full forward line. Craigsman and Stephen Allison are the rucks, and Kerr is the rover. Into the side comes Murphy and Flaherty, and out, of course, David Allison, a victim of his own doing, perhaps, this morning when he leapt the fence here at the Moe ground and suffered an injury.
All the time he would have known that he was playing, so it must have been pretty difficult on him as well.
He's been, as he did before the last final, the second semi, he did the injury against Sale, had a fortnight, came back and, of course, did it again. But he's been having the latest American...
Now for the ball again to be bounced up. The runner is Peter Black, and there's a box on in the centre of the ground as we find perhaps a goal coming up. As the umpire's seen the box on, he has, and the box on is finished, so is the quarter, and the quarter has run exactly 28 1/4 minutes, and that's the second piece of frustration.
Still possible.
As Alan Lowe now leads the Morwell side back on, Brett Stanistreet, Allison, Henderson, Peter Flaherty, Dixon, Welsh, Velcevic coming back, Jock McFarlane. We find Kevin Smith, Colin Metcalf, Marty Craigsman, Kerr. Coming back on is Charlie Ware, Kennedy, Tony Smith and Mark Dwyer, who appears to be going into the box, and last of all, but certainly by no means least, is Peter Petro, who has done a sterling job so far this afternoon with 13 kicks.
Don't say easy.
We've played about 27 minutes. We're checking the exact time as we find Bird trying to come away with it, and Metcalf also doing his bit, picks the ball up, shoots it back. What's going to happen to this? It's going to be punched by Thumping Tommy, picked up by Velcevic, loses it just as quickly. It'll be a bounce of the ball. It'll have to be, and 4.5 minutes to go, so plenty of time here to go in this game. So it'll run about 31.5, which is a pretty long quarter here in anybody's language, and it's in Morwell scoring territory. Alan Lowe and Bird, picked up by Peter Hall, shot out here to young Greg Walsh. He will go with the ball, taken away from him by Metcalf. Down to the ground, McFarlane comes through, shrugs them off.
Tries to get back, gets one high, and they've got a chance once again to go into attack. Both sides desperate now, as we see also, and desperately tired too.
Right. His kick is high, down towards the full forward division. They'll punch the ball to the ground, taking it up the package. Allison shoots for goal, and I tell you what, it's through, and it's a goal with the 4.5 minutes to go. Right by
Stephen Allison. 2 minutes to go as we see everybody asking what the time is down here. Went very defensive and kicked it to the boundary. Thrown in out there, we see